Hi there, my name is Clayton Fisher and I'm a clinical audiologist, and today I'm going to show you how to retrofit a Verifit. Alright, we all know that hearing aid verification should be at the center of the patient journey and certainly at the center of the hearing aid fitting. So let's see what we can do to take this thing from 2001 into 2021. The test box gets used a heck of a lot less than the display unit for real air measures, so if we can get it sort of separated and side by side, that tends to work a lot better. The first thing we need to do is get a couple extension serial cables to replace the ones that come with it. You can see is that we've run the serial cables just around and through the grommet in the desk and then up the back. Got lots of room here for the patient to get in front. We've still got adequate room for the probe tubes to come over to the patient ears. It's quite awkward to use the arrows and it's not very efficient. So all you got to do is dust off an old mouse that you have in a cupboard somewhere in your office and plug it into the back. Now you can see I've got a handy little mouse right here for selecting my tests. Just get a simple set of headphones that you can plug into the test box. What that'll allow you to do is while you're running real air on a patient, listen in to how the hearing aids sound right in their ears. So that just plugs in right to the side of the test box, and as the patient is sitting here, you can just quickly have a listen and adjust the volume right here. The next thing that we're going to do is actually set up an external monitor, which is really great if you have a Verifit that is separated from your computer where you're actually doing the programming and adjustments. Is what it allows you to do is sort of have a version of like an on-top mode, because the patient is sitting here and you've got the external monitor here, so you can actually see the screen as you make adjustments from your wireless mouse, which you connect to the USB port on the back, but while you're sitting over there, and so you don't have to do your back and forth as you make adjustments. Test this out. Voila, there we go. Wireless mouse goes over by the computer station. The monitor that I have here is just an old RCA TV that I had lying around the house that I pulled out of the basement. And I've just got a standard VGA 15-pin male-to-male serial cable, which we can easily connect the two, and then it just gives us a much better view when we're doing our programming adjustments. So let's get rid of these and start printing to a USB stick, minimally plugged into the back. Right-click and go to Setup. You simply switch Print to USB file, and now all of those are going to be digitally on your USB stick. Speaking of printing options, while we're here, we might as well get rid of this old school black background and have a nice clean white background just like the Verifit Ten. Right click and Setup. We're going to go to Display and just switch that from black to white, and that looks one heck of a lot nicer. A bunch of the really cool features that we're going to be talking about next, you need to be using the most recent software to make sure that you have compatibility with those. Pull up the Help menu and you can press Help again, and that's actually going to give you your Verifit serial number right here, and it's also going to give you your software version. Now if you have third generation, you can just download it to a USB. You turn the unit off, you plug the USB into the back and turn the unit on, and it's going to upload that right away. With the second generation or the first generation, there's actually a CD drive in the back. You can actually download it, burn yourself a CD, but you can also just request that Audioscan sends you a CD. So you just right click and go into Setup, and within Setup, what you're going to do is go into CD-ROM, and you're going to press Open CD Drive. Okay, you can go in, manually open it up, take the old CD out, put the new CD in, close it up, and then basically it's a turn off, turn back on. Arguably the most important thing you could do with your Verifit is get it on a network. We happen to have a network switch just behind here, and I have connected a network cable directly to the back. Depending on how big your clinic is, if your router's handy, you can actually go directly into your router. And it's actually even possible, if you have a laptop right beside your Verifit, to run a network cable right from your Verifit directly into the computer itself. Go into the setup on the Verifit and enable your network. So you can go into Setup, Network, click Enable, and depending on your setup, you may be using the auto feature or you may manually be entering. autoREM is a technology that allows the clinician to step back a little bit and let the Verifit calculate the difference between the target and the actual output in the patient's ear, and then the manufacturer's software automatically makes that correction to get the patient right on target and hearing as best as they possibly can, maximizing audibility and saving time, and of course making things more accurate. In Noah, open up the manufacturer's software and go into your preferences and edit. Go into devices and find the REM devices and modules and click on VerifitLINK. Automatically it pulls up that IP address and you can test the connection. We see a check mark and we are ready to go for autoREM. The most important reason to network your Verifit is the use of the Audioscan Noah Module. This is a licensed product, meaning you have to pay for it, but if you think about how much time it saves and how the results look and how many fittings you do in a day or a week or a month or a year, it pays for itself very quickly. I pulled up the Audioscan Noah Module from here, and I'd like to send my audiogram to the Verifit, which I'm going to do right now. So I'm looking at my monitor that we've set up. Once we have finished our curves, we're going to send our curves back over to the Audioscan Noah Module. You can see it coming in here, and it's just going to take a moment, and once it has sent, we can call it whatever we like. We can make any notes that we like, and we can save, and then we always have that available to view from within Noah. Once it's in Noah, you can also link that with your office management system. For example, we're using Blueprints, so when I print a PDF from Noah and save, automatically that data shows up in the office management system, as you can see here. So we just saw it show up right here, and there are the curves that we just ran. Hopefully I have convinced you that you can take your old legacy Verifit and update it for your modern clinic, and in doing so improve your workflow, your office layout, and make use of some of the features that are still available for the Verifit One, such as autoREM and office integration, and of course data transfer using the Noah module. Happy fitting!